Good morning, good afternoon. As you can hear, the birds are outside chirping. Forgive, let me see if I get some light out here. I get some light out here. And trying not to lock myself out of the house. And you guys might have a little bit of privilege to see this thing that I'm seeing this way. Very interesting little formation there, I guess, in the cloud. And that bird is really going off, right? Yeah, so for me, it was a cool looking cloud, and it looks like it's dissipating, or the morning is making it go away, but it was something cool. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Good morning, I'm Travis, and welcome to the fuckeries. So, I'm sure the lighting this morning is not really the best. And I did that with purpose because it's a dark time right now in the world, not just the country I live in. It's a dark time for the people who are barely scraping by with unaffordable housing, unaffordable food, food that's been tainted by various, when the FDA, they say it's not good, there's like a listeria or a salmonella or something. A lot of that is going on because there's a lot of deregulation. I may have touched on that once or twice. But as we speak, it's the 4th of February, and we're in Iran. I think they bombed Iran. The U.S. and Israel, they bombed Iran, and Lebanon, and Syria, and probably some other places. I vaguely remember them saying stuff about Beirut, which is in Lebanon. But you also have the Saudi Arabs getting hit by Iran. It's just causing all these issues in the Middle East, which we didn't have last year. I mean, maybe we did, but it wasn't dialed up to that level. So, it's a real strange situation. And, U.S. soldiers have died with the boots on the ground overseas. I'm not too sure what country. I'm guessing they're in Iran, but I assume they're everywhere else too, because there's military bases all around that portion of the world, so that we could say, hey, you guys are attacking our military bases, even though that's not our country. So there's always a reason to blame them for something and say they're trying to do something. It's like, this is where they're from. Why are you mad at them for defending themselves? That's like the most colonizer thing you could do is be like, how dare you stand up for your own sovereignty and your own way of life. Yes, they're horrible, but our country's been horrible too. I'm sure we're probably really high on the, I don't know how people are happy, the happiness index, but our country does horrible stuff. We don't even give women like a year or two maternity leave to take care of their kids. And our politicians be like they're pro-life. So there's things going on, and we're always the damn hypocrite, I feel. But it's somebody has, I guess, unfortunately, the with great power lies great responsibility, and they think that their responsibility is to tame all of the world under their banner, under their agenda, as their subclass of taxpayers and people that fund their governments and their agendas and their militaries and produce children that join their armies and empower their governments, support all of their agendas, their movements, and push everything forward. I'm sorry, I keep looking back because there's mad birds going on this morning. mad birds. Uh, uh, and you guys know how you feel about this stuff. You know, whether you're for it or you're against it. You know, at least pick a side. But that's the next thing. And this is probably the point of the video where I figure out what the title of the video is. But they keep dividing us on their issues, on their agendas, on their whatever's going to enrich them. They try to be like, yeah, we should do this. And they give no benefit to us. They try to tell us they give us freedom and you have liberty and things I can't make money with. And I'm sure there's a way you can justify you can make money with those things, but no, it's not something I can have in my hand and it benefits me. It's not a home, it's not housing, it's not livable wage, it's not health care, it's not even. They don't even want to give you food, and they're causing inflation. That's causing the food. That's making it more expensive. Plus, they're putting tariffs on it. They're making it. They're billionaires. All like I always say, billionaires making it hard for poor people. They enjoy making the misery of the world, and I don't know. We just let them do it. There's people out there who literally always vote and support people who are not trying to benefit them. And we have to change that mindset in all of us, not just one party or the next. It has to be all of us have to be like, yo, when we vote for leaders, we're voting for health care in our country. We're voting for housing and living wages and all these things in our country. We need to help us first because they like us being poor and ready to like beg them for something and say we need them. And you see how this guy is every time somebody needs him. He's like, oh, they're crying. They had tears in his eyes. Big strong man asking me to do this. They want to kiss me. Like this guy's like, oh, they want to kiss me. What's going on with this guy? They want to kiss me. Anyway, I gotta pause for a second because I gotta have some coffee. Okay, so it's still dark, but it's because it looks pretty cool from here. I don't know if you can see it like I see it. Yeah. And of course the birds are going off this morning. And I know I'm going off topic, but it's a really nice morning, and I keep seeing all kinds of weird cloud formations, like it's some kind of ethereal portal opening up in the sky or something. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so, geez, I hate that I took off the light, but whatever. You can see the contrast in the blue, right? It's cool. You're gonna see the sunrise with me, but yeah. So we're just like we're just accepting whatever's going on, and it's like I don't know why they're complying with the BS. Why? Why do you need to comply with it? Like it feels like people lost the I don't know what they lost. They lost like the progress of whatever the nation is supposed to be like. This is not what it's going backwards. It's not going in the way that like can give us more. It's going forward in a way that's going to deplete our stores, our resources, the treasury, whatever the fuck. It's not doing good for us anymore. And when the government's not doing good, there's portions of the government, whether it's Congress or the Senate or the president himself, they're supposed to step in and be like, hey, this is not working right. You need to make it work right. Everybody got to eat. Because at some point, if all of us are unemployed or all of us are disabled or all of us are veterans not being taken care of, and that's that's just, it sounds stupid, but I'm just saying, like, at some point all of us need something from the country. Like, yeah, you're supposed to protect us. Yeah, the military is in charge of protecting X amount of million people, 300 million people, right? Give or take, a couple, 10 million here and there. Why are we I'm sorry, I can't stand good. Actually, this is a thing I was meaning to tell you guys about. Because to hell with this, I'm not gonna spend all my time. I'm trying really hard to not spend all my time worrying about the politics and the safety of the country because I am not anybody who can do anything about it. I don't know. But yeah, this last month or two, I've had a run-in with uh, the injury fairy, and recently my wrist that was damaged. I broke this wrist on my bike. Somebody ran through the crosswalk, and I had to get out of the way. So, and if you guys know a lawyer that can help me with that, I would really need one because the, nobody hit me, so they're like they can't sue the insurance, so they need like a civil case or something to show the lady was at fault because she didn't obey the regulations of the traffic or whatever. So, um, where was I going with this? Yes, I had like an injury, and then this wrist kind of acted up because I was trying to do some work, see if I can get this job digging trenches for some irrigation, because I'm a lunkhead, and getting dirty is fine with me. I don't mind doing hard work, but the I felt like the injury acted up, and I didn't want to re-break the wrist, so I didn't take the work, and you know then in the course of that, uh, and this is like early January. I had some good favor. I think I did like an episode or something like that. But then throughout February and the beginning of this month, I sprained my ankle. I think I don't know what happened. I was like riding the bike, and I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, we had that cold snap where it was like the first week of the cold snap, and I felt it in my foot, and I'm like, oh my god, what happened? I was like, yo, my toes are hurting from the inside. Like I could feel it in the bone, and I had to wrap my ankle up. But then, it looked like it felt like it's sprained. And up till this day, I still can't really stand on it properly. So I'm waiting for it. It's getting better now where I can actually stand because before I had to use like crutches and a cane and the whole thing. My mom like brought in a walker and also thank God I had my mom because she was like hand and foot bringing me tea and egg sandwiches and all kinds of stuff. It was nice. But I was totally demolished. I was upset, and then I was trying to get up, so I got on the painkillers, and it felt like maybe I had arthritis because they told me I might have that in my neck, but I didn't know about my foot, which I've sprained these ankles so many times in life because I'm probably clumsy or nearsighted or all of those things. But the where the hell was I going with this? Yeah, so I had this injury and I didn't want to do a video because I was like, look how I'm standing. I keep shifting and it sucks. So I am trying to rehab this foot of mine and hope it's better. Until then, hey, like my videos, share, subscribe, comment, tell me I suck at what I do, whatever it is I do. And as always, I am not a professional. I am not an academic. I am not a government operative. That sounds funny, right? I am not a government operative. Oh, I was watching the Outer Limits the other day. There's some crazy stuff on that original Outer Limits. Take a look at it if you get a chance. I think it's on Pluto, Tubi, all that shit. Anyway, uh, yeah. So we're in Iran. We got war going on. Uh, I just seen them put up a photo on the internet showing extra security around the golf resort because those guys are spooked after what happened. They're like, they knew what they were doing. I think in their mind, they don't understand that these people, I don't think like they want, like they have, maybe they're a little bit backwards with how they repress their people over there or whatever it is. But I think they overall don't want their whole faith to be shut down because they're going to launch a nuke or something like that. And it's it's I think it's something to do with they have a little decency about them. I think they really do fear God in their religious world. They don't want to offend the world in that way. I think maybe their thinking has evolved a little bit more where they're like, damn, we can't really risk everybody all the time. We can't really kill our whole set of people because um, where am I going with this today? I'm dragging off. I have nothing written down this time. But they their country. I'm talking about Iran. Maybe even the whole Middle East, the Muslim world, the geographic area where they are, prominent. Uh, they really don't be attacking us. Like, who attacks us? And like when I say us, the U.S. Who comes over here? I seen them Russia try to send oil to Cuba the other day, and they turned around a Russian oil tanker. Now I don't know too much about international, operations and protocols between countries, but um, I don't know. Like they used to say Putin was, maybe trigger happy, but I think the Ukraine war kind of pointed out that like you can kind of push him around, and I think I'm pretty sure that the White House knows that, or at least to a certain extent. Like you can't go to them personally and cause them the issue, but I think they have to also a lot of this war and this geopolitical shit seems to be like a really elaborate song and dance. And it's a song and dance they put on for us every couple of years, every 4 years, every election, every administration change, every now and then hiring and firing again, and even maybe these assassinations, all these other world players. You have the guy on the most famous list on the world, the most famous files you can find. Uh, there's all kinds of allegations, there's all kinds of information, all kinds of proof, evidence, documented statements. I'm sure they said there's like 10,000 videos, kids, and all this evidence is there. And it's like, I keep saying, I ask regular people, I'm like, yo, if you saw me and somebody say, yo, this guy, he's raping kids, he's doing that, he's doing illegal shit, he's intimidating businesses, doing all this different stuff, right? Pretty much a RICO charge going on. I don't know if there's grounds for that, or if you can classify what the administration does as racketeering or any criminal organization type shit. But uh, if you were just having those basic accusations of, you multiple people have accused you of rape, children have accused you of rape. I don't know, is this one of those things where I can't say that word or something? Let me know, because, what I'm saying? They'll be trying to tell you, you gotta say grapes or something. Nah, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you grapes. I know what I'm talking about. Trying to filter people. Anyways, this coffee is awesome. Uh, there's too much evidence. There's too much evidence. Like, as I said, if somebody accused me of doing those things multiple times, multiple different people, all right, a girl wrote a book, and this girl was in Australia, and they claimed she, now this is another one of those words where I don't know if I can say it, but she ended her own existence due to what I would assume is the the reports read she did that. I don't know under what premise, what pressure, but definitely there's very rich and powerful people uh, who were gonna be exposed by this woman and so many other, women and men. I've heard, because I've heard there's like a young man too, or a couple of young men, and I'm like, they're really not gonna do nothing about this. They're really just gonna like Oh no, we're good, man. It doesn't exist. What are you talking about? You're gonna try to Jedi mind fuck me in real life? It's like these guys read the 40, what is it, the 48 laws of power or something like that, and they try to approach you with that bullshit. I think they read all the damn self-help books and they try to use those things against you. Like they got Deepak Chopra locked up somewhere. Like, give us something to say, give us a position to do, make us not the bad guy, help us be the victim. So yeah, man, we're gonna spend another decade, another 4 years. I don't know what the hell. Another maybe hopefully another 2 years, and we can just impeach him in like a few months or some shit. But I don't know. But what it is that we're gonna be funding another country's territorial expansion after colonizing in the 1940s after World War II. Like, and I always say these are European descendants in uh, this land, and they I don't know, they don't want to take a genealogy test. They don't want to do none of that. So I'm just wondering, like, why you don't, if you're from there, if you're from the what they say, the line of Abraham or whatever it is, take some kind of, whatever. But then again, how are they gonna find out who this guy was? If you're from the line of Abraham, they're trying to say these people descend from like Jesus, right? This is what they're saying. These people descend from Jesus, and they're the Holy Land. They're the chosen people, and they can do whatever they want. Is that what it is? And we gotta support them because, dude, we're the entire my entire existence on this planet. The most richest, powerful people on the world in the world have been supporting a goddamn death cult. It don't matter if it's the energy sector, polluting with the fossil fuels, and killing off, all these different species of animals and plants, or melting the ice and releasing all these dormant viruses and bacteria and things we haven't seen in 50,000 years that could potentially wipe out more species and even ourselves. And it's not just the U.S. It's other countries too, because as you can see with this board of peace bullshit, other countries were already ready to jump on dick to see if they can do some corrupt shit with your boy. And I don't think there's any other way I'm gonna look at it because he has a track record of doing corrupt shit. Um, Damn, I really can't stand up straight. I'm sorry, I'm like always moving. The ankle's still busted. I would show you the ankle. You know what? I'm gonna show you my ankle because, guys, look at that thing. It's horrible. Let me see. And then the toe, I busted the toe too, so I can't even. Ow! It's so hard, and these slippers suck. But yeah, this is the good foot, and there's no slipper rope. But yeah, that's the good foot, and this is the bad foot. So yeah, man, it's really hard to stand. But strap in, hold on tight. You know, uh, Make sure you have enough deodorant. Remember that commercial where they're like, "Are you sure?" And you have to check your arm. Are you sure? And there's like deodorant company, and they'll sell you some Sure deodorant. I don't know if it was named Sure or that was just a thing. Um, I'm sorry, I gotta comb my hair, right? It's looking horrible. Um, you probably gotta cut it and do all kinds of crazy shit, but whatever. Um, oh wait, let's take a look at the morning. All right, this is the morning here. You hear that bird? I hear that all goddamn morning. This is why I get up so early, from while it's dark till now. And the moon is gone. It's behind the clouds now. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. Everything's like a damn. It's like the WWE is running the world, and it's all like some kind of attraction. And coincidentally, the WWE was just in Saudi Arabia. Like I'm pretty, and they're in Mexico, and they're traveling to Europe. And what if all the WWE superstars? All right, what if all the WWE superstars are like spies or CIA assets or FBI assets? And like Linda McMahon works for the Department of Education. Um, I don't know, dog. And Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame, so it's just like I've been feeling having this kind of working idea about what it might be, and it's very scary, very scary. Um, yeah. Let me shout out some of the businesses I do some work for here every so often. Tiki EV, the electric bike and go kart store here in the Port St. Lucie area. If you're ever there, check out Jason. Tell him I sent you. I do I do get a wonderful commission. I'm sorry, the school bus just went by, and then the phone just beeped at me like, "Hey, you're reaching how much gigs you can do, loser, with your stupid phone." I want a new phone. This is actually not a phone. This is a tablet, but I cracked it. I dropped it, and I'm just ignorant. I never put the screen protector on. I know I got to do it, but I just don't do it. Yeah, so check out Tiki EV. Check out Tacos Ponchos. Uh, they always looked out for me. If you're in the Gatlin Road area, there's a whole deposit there. Go check out those businesses. There's a liquor store. There's a stretch zone. Uh, what else is there? There's Cafe 772. If you're in the area here in St. Lucie, you can check them out. They have a new store there. There's also, I think, Brightway Insurance. Yeah. Then over as you go closer to the 95, um, we've got a really good set of tire shops in the back in the Bay Areas there. You know, I don't know. Well, you guys don't know, but support local businesses, support small businesses. Okay, you can. All these other big companies, they've supported a lot of the fookeries going on, and help support the small guy who might be able to make a change, and he'll bring taxes to your area that maybe can generate revenue that'll give you an advantage where you live. And this is wherever you live in the world. If you can vote for something for yourself to benefit yourself, do it. If you can start a small business to gain some kind of strength in your community, some kind of foundation in your community to kind of help other people, you're going to have other people to help you do stuff. So I'm trying to promote that type of stuff right now because uh, it's just so hard to gain all the capital you need to start something. But if we can work together on a couple things, we can generate something rather than nothing and eventually have a little bit more something to get, something better happening. And I think about this too, and as we're going forward, because we're gonna have to find an economy, an industry to keep going. And this was one of those things I always mention with Trump was that he had these rallies all the time, even when he was not president, to generate an industry for those people. So this is why they're so endeared to him. They're like, damn man, when it was whatever, he made some kind of money for us. He gave us something to do. He gave us something to rally against. He gave them a fight. He made them feel needed. Like I don't think our people really feel needed. We just feel like shit needs to be done. And when I say our people, I mean the people, progressives, the left, whatever you want to call it. Uh, and this time, like I said, people, you need to generate an income for them. You need to help them be engaged, give them something they want to be engaged with. Yeah, our people are WWE fans. They have to be, you have to give them flashy lights and fireworks and theme music because that's what we condition people to. We condition people to the romanticized ideas of so many things. So you have to approach them with that same, like you give the baby a spoonful of sugar so the medicine goes down or something. What is that? Mary Poppins? Yeah. Or you get more flies with honey or something. I don't know these sayings. I just heard things in my life and now I'm confused. But yeah, man, you guys gotta look out for each other. We gotta build community. How they were saying, build community and like build jobs for each other so that we don't have to depend on these people and their shitty ass jobs and their shitty ass practices and fucking dumbasses talking down to you. You don't know how many jobs I've worked at. I'm like, God damn, I'm the fucking smartest person here. Maybe one of the most moral, I don't know, I don't want to say moral high ground type people, but I have some good values. Like, I'm not an asshole. And I'm like, you know who's in charge? The biggest asshole. You know who's telling me what to do? The biggest asshole. And it's because they're ruthless, they don't care, they use people like instruments and tools. And I'm like, we gotta change the the work culture so that we treat people good. And I believe like you treat people good, you're gonna get good, production as well. Um, and the next thing I'm seeing, they had snow, the freeze in Manhattan, in New York, and your boy Mom Donnie, he paid them people $30. Oh my god, I think I got something on my tooth. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sorry, guys. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, uh, he paid them $30 an hour to shovel the snow. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't even, it wasn't snowing in Florida, but shit, can I, can I have like a bucket of water and just collect rain or something? Uh, I wish Florida would do stuff like that for us. Like, hey man, it's the summertime. Like, if you guys go shovel off all these roadkill animals off the regular streets, we'll pay you. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Cause if I had to walk down my street right now, like a damn dead frog or something on the road somewhere, because people don't. Oh, this is the bench that I found. Like when I was walking around, and I was like, this is not going in the trash. I'm gonna put this here and it's gonna be a place that ghosts can have a seat in the middle of the night, so that if you're an undead person, you can always have a seat right here in front of the house and do some Forrest Gump stuff. Yeah. So man, and I figure since I didn't really do like an episode, I guess, of the Fukuris for the last, I would say like the last month or so. Let me see if I can do a little extra time, but I have to also pause for just a moment. I'm gonna go talk to my neighbor. Okay, yeah, I had to catch up with my neighbor because and that's the next. Like I said, you have to build community, and like where I live, like it's a nice neighborhood, but people don't even talk to each other. Like, what I'm saying? Like, I want that type of the type of neighborhood where like you have like a block party, and like the neighbor is barbecuing, and we making a stew, and he got some salad or something, or other person got some liquor or some beer. That's, guys, don't get hypertension, don't get heart disease. It sucks. Anyway, maybe it's the coffee. I don't know. I'm probably doing everything wrong. Uh, but yeah, man, there's build community. Especially when you live in these rich gated communities, go find out who you live around. All right, because I was thinking about this the other day, like with the FBI's most wanted list or whatever. There's probably like 500 serial killers out here. I don't know. I'm just saying, just like research that. See how many serial killers are living in your state, or how many, uh, like FBI's most wanted people, or criminals on the loose, whatever. Whoever was wanted, whatever. There's people. That should be public record, right? So I was like, those people should be being apprehended first. So I'm hoping that those people are actually being apprehended because, like I said, there's people walking around the neighborhood right now. You don't know if they kill somebody or whatever. Like, you ever so often like you see somebody who's on the run for like 30 years, They just caught him. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, how do you? Like, he's probably like a sweet person, or she's like probably a really nice person, and she like kidnapped a kid 30 years ago and changed her identity, and now they're arresting her in like Delray Beach. I believe something like that did happen recently, and that's why I'm bringing that up. But wow, we're going through a crazy time, and like, there's a lot of what's that word? There's a lot of like revelations coming. Like a lot of things are coming to light. Like I heard, and here we're gonna bring up all my favorite quotes and hashtags, such as uh, the Epstein Memorial Ballroom, the Trump Epstein files, and I guess the OG Epstein file too. So they had like the Clintons come and talk and deposition or testify about what they knew about the dude before they asked the guy who's mentioned more times than everybody else. So I think that's really messed up. And they really don't say if there's anybody else mentioned more times, but they say Trump is mentioned 38,000 times. Like, back to what I was saying originally, like, if somebody was accused of those things, all right, anybody else is accused of those things, you know, they're finished. Politically, they're finished. You know, socially, they're finished. This guy seems to just nobody cares. So everybody's like so morally bankrupt, and actually maybe actually bankrupt, that they let the shit go on. They're like, yeah, man, we want somebody to cheat to win because we suck. And maybe that's it. We just suck as a society, so that we have to do things like forceful and cheat and cut corners and and that's the truth. Like, we should be looking like Dubai, somebody said, and I thought that was a good idea too. I was like, yeah, man, for the amount of money we spend, for the amount of taxes they collect, for the amount of we should be looking like Dubai. We should have roads that charge the vehicles. We shouldn't even be paying for gas. There's a sun. Like, um, so it's a boggle mind. Like, I think they purposely keep us helpless and in need of uh, these resources that could easily be renewable. We could easily grow food on the streets, so we're not starving. But no, they want to make sure that, hey, this thing comes from some farmland that some billionaire or millionaire owns, who probably owned slaves before or something. And we have to buy their apples, we have to buy their fruits, their vegetables, their produce, their meat. And originally when I started this podcast, I'm bringing out hits today. All right, it was about Argentina beef, because I'm like, we just gave Argentina all this money, and now like, we have to sell their beef. And I was like, I don't know, nothing's wrong with their beef. Their beef is probably good. I still, till this day, I stand by that. I'm like, I like that Gaucho beef. Pause. um, yeah, I be watching the Cameron and Mace show, because they be like, pause. Anyway, um, yeah, man, like, we're back to the Argentina beef shit. Like, they're forcing us to take their tariffs, to take their, like, he's forcefully getting other countries the economic advantage on us. And by us, I mean the U.S. And it's just like, why are we letting this guy purposely destroy the economy, purposely violate the Constitution, give him all the immunities in the world from the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court, who was supposed to sit there like a check and balance against all this stuff. And I'm an immigrant who's telling you about the damn Constitution because it's important. Supreme Court, Congress, the Senate, y'all are supposed to stop this shit, put that boy down. All right, however you need to put that boy down, because you have a senile, dementia, old man, whatever, rapist, pedophile, whatever he is, trying to run the country. You have a felon telling legal, law-abiding citizens what to do, and They're offended by that. I'm not one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do what you do because I know scumbags do what they do. But it's not right for the rest of the people who who do the right thing and follow the laws. And now you're creating a subclass of people, like I said, who don't have to abide by. Well, I'm sorry. The subclass is us who have to abide by the laws, and those people who don't have to abide by the laws. It's upsetting because, like I said, I've said this before. I was like, Dave, I don't drive because I broke the laws. And I took that very seriously because I was like, man, I do not give a shit about human beings. I'm sorry, like, ugh. Yeah, but I was like, I do not give a shit about human beings. I clearly see that because I've had too much to drink and drive once or twice. Okay, and also too, like, I just don't like sitting down anymore. I think I have herniations in my back from a long time ago. Uh, so whatever. But I paid the consequences. I abided by the laws. From here on, we're good. And when you don't pay the consequences, somebody said he was adjudicated. And I'm like, was he adjudicated or convicted? I hear, SA is what they say. I'm trying to not say those words, but it's like it's sexual assault, there's rapist, whatever he did to that lady, and he had to pay $93 million, and I believe the money adjudicated him. So if it takes a couple $1 million to adjudicate you, a couple $1 million to buy a Supreme Court judge, another couple million to buy a couple voters, and I think Elon Musk even just got recently found out like he was pre-filling out the forms, the ballots, and sending it out to constituents all over, and basically voting for them or something like that. But, the story will come out as it comes out. Um, and plus they're rigging elections. They're rigging elections when they're raiding uh, the polling places or the election supervisors headquarters or whatever. Like, you're blatantly trying to cheat, and it's like mafia style intimidation, and the tactics are getting charged in court, and they're being beat. You know what I'm saying? Some of the judges are standing up for the damn law, and that's honestly it gives you some hope because it means that some people still have some damn values, they still have some standards, they still have some adherence to the rule of law, so that they understand, hey, when we all start letting people break the law, you're you're a few steps away uh, from it being a lawless place. And when you have no law, what do you have? You have maybe chaos and anarchy. You have people in the streets who can't make it to their doctors. You have people who can't get their prescriptions. You have people who can't get to the bank. You have people who can't get groceries. You have plumbing that's gonna, if it's not safe for people to be out, uh, you're gonna have a country that's in disarray. You're gonna have what Israel and the Middle East looks like in some places, and they want that. ICE is pretty much the IDF. They're just probably not trained as well. I don't think they're teaching the guys on ICE any Krav Maga yet. But for the amount of money they're spending, they better man train the motherfucking boys. You got all they make law enforcement look bad, and people already don't like law enforcement. But now you got these goons out there wannabes. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have people out there making us look bad with our own money, and then you have people out there beating on us and shooting us and killing us and disrespecting us with our own money. The cops already been doing that. The government already been doing that. IRS already been doing it. All the different departments already disrespected us as citizens for as long as they've existed. They like I don't know what it is. Hold on, give me a second. Let me fix my goddamn hair. Yeah, so I'm back now. Anyway, so yeah, man, like I forgot where I was going with this, but thank you guys for watching. If you've been watching, hearing me go on a 45-minute rant because this war is going to be stupid. This presidency is stupid. Uh, why we gotta have President Dumbass two times? The first time, I feel like how George Bush was talking about fool me once, you can't get fooled again. You motherfuckers got fooled again. fucking talking about I didn't vote for this shit. Yes, you fucking did, you dumb fucking dumbass. I always liked that comedian. What was his name? Uh, is it the guy? Is he Deuce Bigelow? No, that's not him. The guy, he'd be like, "You dumb, 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 fucking M word." Yeah, you Italians know the M word. You dumb. I think Eddie Murphy does the joke. Is it Dice Clay? Andrew Dice Clay does it? Yeah. But you dumb, 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 fucking dumb, MAGA, fucking dumb, fucking MAGA fuckers, and you dumb fucking president, dumbass. Anyways, I find that shit hilarious. Look, I find me funny, and you, when you tell yourself jokes, you should be funny too. You should laugh at your own goddamn jokes. All right, no matter how psychopathic you are. And shout out to narcissism. We're fighting you. Like, we're literally fighting narcissism and fascism in one administration. We have to. And coming to that, uh, there's a religious narcissism. I don't know if I covered this before. There's religious narcissism. There's people that feel that they deserve more, they're entitled more because of what they worship or who their imaginary friends are. And this is being exhibited in this quote unquote war or military operation, whatever these guys want to dress up the bullshit as. But yeah, man. The, so I was watching somebody, one of my people I watch to figure out, you know, uh, various psychological conditions, and she had posed the question: is there more narcissistic people today? And I'm like, at this point, you could say like not everybody is that level narcissist. Is what I was getting from it, and I was like, I have a podcast, so I know I'm narcissistic. I think people care what I have to say, but you know what I'm saying, more or less, this is my therapy. So, uh, but I do feel like people are like more self-absorbed, more narcissistic, more me first, whatever, and it really shows in public. And I think I was saying something before about like the the society we have is just meant to vampire off the people, like be predators upon its own people, and it's causing these callous people who don't care about things like kids getting killed or 70 to 100,000 people being genocided, within less than a year, maybe a couple of years. It's like they hear that and they're like, oh, I gotta get a PlayStation 5. Like Call of Duty's coming out, like they're so like there's a word for it. It's callous, but it's not like they're numbed. That's what it is. It's numb. Like it's happening to them, and they're not feeling it. You know. And it goes back to like you see a homeless person, you see enough homeless people, you just kind of want to ignore it. Or you see somebody asking you for change or something like that, you just kind of ignore it. We didn't get to where we got to in life and history as a species by ignoring each other when we needed them. Like the human tribe, not these religions, not these borders, not these imaginary lines people drew in the sand. Not and it's messed up. Like now, like we have to give everybody their due before we can be equal. That's what it is. Everybody wants just to have equal footing. Every different set of people. And I'm sorry, I just thought I saw something weird on the floor. Might have to start scooping up the trash, but whenever the city pays me. But anyway, like we got so numb, we got so anti-human in humanity that it became the norm. Like to be against each other, to be, hey, this resource is mine, this land is mine, this is mine, this is mine. You know, at some point they start claiming people are theirs too. They're like, hey, these are my people, or or I own these people. You know, like, I mean, if they wanted to, there's countries, whether or continents, where you can fit all the people in the world. I think there's a billion people. How many billion people? 8 billion people. You think we could fit that much people in one country and everybody just have access to all the good shit, and we leave the rest of the world to recover? Like, I think that would be so awesome. We just stop, we just learn, just force ourselves to live together. Like, you know what? You know, like, even the prisoners, man. Let the prisoners out. Tell prisoners, yo, we're gonna let you out. You do anything crazy, the minute you step out, we're taking you out. You know, like, stop the prisons. If you're not gonna rehabilitate the people, you're not gonna grow some food for people. You're not gonna help them uh, repay their debt to society. You know what I'm saying? Like, keeping them in prison is just a bill that makes other people rich. The same thing with these the detention facilities. They're building all these pop-up detentions, these alligator Alcatrazes. They're uh, they're buying up all this land. They even got some farmers telling them, "Nah, you should keep your money," because they have morals and standards, and they're like, "Nah, man, I'm not gonna help you lock up people." Like, those activities are actually weakening America because we're not producing like we were producing before. China, I keep saying, I don't know, I keep saying, but China just has $1 trillion surplus. We haven't had a surplus since Bill Clinton. And and once I did mention that they testified this week because of the stupid Epstein shit. And that's the next thing too. We're always caught up in the scandals of this one dumbass. And every time he does something stupid, it's like, oh my bad, we did a move messed up. And like, everybody who's in the administration is like a clusterfuck waiting to happen. So I you know that's my segue into, I don't know what I'm gonna say next. uh, there's a little. Can you see him on top of there? Yeah, he's doing his bird thing, and I guess this entire time you guys have been hearing me. If you've been listening for the whole time, there's a lot of birds out here. Yeah, and I think they all copy each other, and who knows what kind of birds they are. Uh, and recently, I think I read something where, like, if you bird watch, it it helps the brain as you get older. Take a look, you know what I'm saying? I gotta start doing the LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow, uh, but don't take my word for it or something. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I'm a huge Beavis and Butthead fan, and when I was young, in my teens, my cousin, and it was always pretty funny. But now I hear myself talking because I've started watching the show again, and the new version of the show is super funny. I love it. I saw old Holio and Cornholio and older Beavis and Butthead and the ones that look like the Watchers from Marvel. Oh, man, this show is great. So if you have some time, check out Beavis and Butthead. But that leads to the next thing and the final thing I'm going to talk about on this episode of the Fukeries. Always, please like and subscribe, share, whatever. But the WB Warner Brothers was just bought by Paramount, which I think Paramount is supposed to be merging into Skydance Films or something. I don't know. But basically, what they used to say is the mainstream media, CNN, CBS, I think even like a little bit ABC, not so much ABC, but CNN, CBS, maybe even NBC, who knows? But all these networks are now owned by the conservative right, essentially, in America, or the oligarch class. So that means all your information that you're getting on these networks are filtered through that lens, so that um, it's more beneficial to them sounding like they're official, but it's not going to put the conservative right in a bad light. is the best way I can put it. And you're also gonna have more. Uh, I would say like, they want to give you those alternative facts type Kellyanne Conway facts, where they'll be like, oh yeah, but this is what we think, and our research says, whatever, So these people have been lying to these people for a long time. They've been manipulating Americans for a long time, and sorry, this truck is going by, but they've been manipulating us with the media, with their scandals, with their, blatant, bigotry and all kinds of stuff. They've been separating us and trying to make us be mad at each other, and then also they're trying to force things down our throat that they feel is right, and I'm like, no, like we're not gonna be like that. I really, I personally take offense that the one dude in the mascara, who is not the Undertaker, is trying to tell people how to be, masculine. I'm like, bro, no, not when I came up. All right, unless you was in one of those punk rock or hair bands or something, you was a heavy metal band dude and you wore that kind of get up or something. I don't know. I know all, whatever. To each his own, but nah, man, you can't be my vice president. You can't be my president. None of that shit. Whack. um, but yeah, the media. I hate saying the media, but the media is now controlled by the conservative right. Probably always has been to some extent, but now it's just a blatant state-run, government-run television, and it's the We Say So Corporation from, remember that TV show Dinosaurs, and their government or their whatever their corporation was called We Say So. That's what they are. We say so. Whatever we say, it's true, and don't question us. And um, it's gonna be a big, beautiful ballroom. The nerve of these people, man. The nerve of these people. Put a goddamn I'm mad because they put a Nazi in charge of the U.S. military with iron crosses on his chest, so disrespectful to all the people who served. They put the dog killer as the Homeland Security broad. I don't like her. She's causing people to die. She's irresponsible. She'd be having a whole, I don't know, she's doing crazy stuff on planes with her affair, boyfriend or whatever. Our money is paying for this shit show, and I'm like, this is stupid. Why? Why are we paying for this? And it's just because somebody wants to use all the manipulation, all the corruption in the world to benefit themselves and make one last big steal before they pass. Like, that's what it feels like. It's the death cult trying to take over the narrative so that they can achieve their goals and control the masses once again through their religion, their tribalism, all that stuff. And we're just sitting here like, okay, we're gonna let it happen. You guys can't let this shit happen. All right, they're gonna get like please try to read some of these Epstein files. All right, that guy was trying to populate the earth with his seed. He was trying to have multiple children. I think they were kidnapping young children and taking the babies away from them. I heard he was making jerky, like beef jerky, but out of people. I watch all these videos on YouTube, so I'd be confused a little bit, but there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's millions of files, and I think that's done purposely to, I guess, distort the image of what you're gonna see. But long story short, they accuse you of all those things. Not everybody's gonna be lying, all right, and we know what that means. This guy is probably a super duper loser, and I don't know. Let's see if he makes it. Beware the Ides of March, folks. That's when Caesar got stabbed in the back multiple times. I don't know if that's the play Julius Caesar or accurate history, but that's, beware the Ides of March. It's coming. And I think that's going to be the name of this episode. Because this is actually the first time it's been March since I started the podcast. And I don't even know what episode number this is, but thank you guys for watching the Fukeries. You can always hit me up in the messages. I reply. If you want to support me doing whatever I do, I appreciate it. We'll figure that out, however. And what else? What do we do in March? Is it like Saint Patrick's Day coming up? Stay safe on the St. Patrick's Day, I guess, and make sure you get your green going on. And what else, man? Check out my video game videos. They're like 30 seconds. They basically have me. Lately, it's been a lot of Skyrim, a lot of Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Oh, check out my shirt. I've had this shirt for like 20 years. I got this shirt back when I was reading Marvel, I want to say Secret Invasion or something. I think this was Secret Invasion or House of M, one of those eras. That was like when I was really heavy. And you guys don't know, man, I used to spend like $40, $50 a week on comic books. It was a bad thing. Like, I was addicted to reading. Yeah. So anyways, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Always appreciate it. And even, if you don't like it, thank you for giving me a chance if you've made it through this hour-long video, because I think this is the first time I've done an hour-long video. But I guess I've just been having all this stuff bottled up for a while. I'm like, I gotta say something, because this is stupid. We can't be at war right now. Alright? Send your own damn kids to war. Freaking rich jerks. Or at very least, do like China and build like a robot army. That's what they're doing. They're building the fucking robot army. They're letting you know these guys can fight and do like spin kicks and I don't know. That's I don't know, like roundhouses, box and all that stuff. Like, and if it's a robot, it doesn't need to be that that uh, well trained. If it's gonna hit you with a blunt punch, you're getting knocked out. You might be getting hit like chimp strength. I love that word, that phrase. And like, yeah, he's got ape strength. He's got chimp strength. And like, it was a derogatory term we used once upon a time to describe this guy. We saw it, and I was like, he's one of those guys with ape strength, and it's very messed up. I'm sorry, but in the South you hear some things. In the South you hear some things. What else? Guys, I really am gonna work on this coffee stain on my teeth. Shouts out to Cafe Bustelo. I stole it from my older brother. But yeah. And I guess let's go out with one more shot of the bench that my undead people sit at, the ghost bench. Right. One more shot at the ghost bench, where the imaginary Forrest Gump sits. Thank you again for watching. This has been the Fukeries.